Have you ever compared your own life circumstances with someone else's? Have you ever validated how you feel with someone else? I bet you did. I have done that, and I know many of my clients have done that. My name is Patricia, and I'm a certified life coach. If you're new on my channel, then hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure to hit the like button so you actually get weekly updates every Thursday. There is a release on a new video which will actually help you and support you on your own journey. If you're now looking into self-discovery course, that is also available down below, and I have actually added one-on-one coaching that you can book with it, okay? So you get actually the fine-tunement as well. I wanted to make sure that this is given, okay? So you actually get the chance to work with me one-on-one, which is usually not packaged like that. So with this, let's go. Now let's talk about comparison. Let's talk about what happens when we share a story with someone we like, or with a friend, or with a coworker, or whatever, and we kind of open up and we share how we feel. And then all of a sudden we feel kind of weird or strange because we have the feeling, wait a second, that person over there feels way worse than me, so I should just, be quiet. I should just really stop. I mean, this is kind of mean, maybe it's not really what you should do. There are beliefs coming up of really you're so weak, like you cannot even deal with that, and that person has such a huge thing going on in their life, and it's so much more painful. So what am I, or who am I to come up with such a small story that basically is nothing, right? I bet you have done that. We have all done that. And I want to quickly go into this and, really help you to understand what has happened here, right? In this kind of conversation where you feel like, okay, well, let's open up. And then all of a sudden you close again because you're like, nah, no, it's okay. Like, my problem is way smaller than yours and has not so much weight and is not really even worthy to consume your time or being in our conversation. And what I want to make really clear here in this video is that you might be right. You might be right that your issue is way smaller, and maybe for the other person it's basically peanuts and has no really, doesn't trouble them. But the truth is that it troubles you, and the truth is that it's valuable even though for someone else it's not. And the friendship is here to actually help you navigate through that, nevertheless, if they understand everything or not, right? Now, I'm not saying that you should make everything that is super little super big, but understand when it comes up and it continues to come up, there is always something that wants to be seen. And as soon as you feel that, and I bet you do, else you wouldn't have clicked on this video, then it's something for you to notice here in the situation, okay? The situation needs your attention, and it's not really about what is the heaviness. It's about understanding that there is something and that needs to be accepted the way it is. And it's not about, okay, it's not worthy to talk about because that person over there has so much more on their journey, that is so much more suffering, blah, and mine is so low and so little, and so I cannot really speak up about that. Well, no, it has exactly the same worth. Now, it may be different, but we are all different, you see. What I have experienced is not something you will experience exactly the same because we are unique, okay? Even though if I grew up with someone, even though that person went through the same, the pain and the suffering might slightly be different, you see? So even though it was the same circumstances, the pain we feel, the emotions we feel might be different, you see? And so this doesn't really matter. It's still valuable, and it still has its light, right? It still has the or it still needs your acceptance that it can come up, you see. I learned that as soon as circumstances show up consistently, every single time, again, again, and again, there is something that you need to look into. Okay. So, what is actually the most important thing at this moment? Well, to stay present, to start to feel what you feel, and to release the judgment you have at yourself for feeling what you feel. Okay? It's about sitting down and releasing, seeing how your body is actually taking it in and letting it go. Taking it in, letting it go. Okay? It's like kind of a flow state. And those kind of situations are always situations that you need to figure out. Usually, well, it works for me really much better. If I know where I stand, then I can communicate that to the outside, right? If I know that some kind of conversation or certain kind of circumstances is kind of frustrating me, and I know the why it's frustrating me, then I can actually do something about it, right? But before I can do something about it, I actually have to make sure that I know what's going on. When I know what's going on and I can fully accept how that feels like, then I can actually start to move forward, okay? That works for me. For other people, it works different. You see, maybe you're someone, you need the interaction with your partner or with your friend to then see, okay, what is really going on? You need that kind of interaction to see, hey, how can I kind of solve this? So you have to understand what works best for you, you see? That's actually always something that I want to bring across. So whatever guidance you see here, whatever support you see here, it's just a possibility. It's not the absolute, okay? And there is nothing really that this is the only thing that works. No, it's actually just a possibility that could work. And I find that so crucial because, you know, we are all just human beings who show up, or at least for me, I show up the way I do because I'm trying to support my community here. And this though doesn't matter that, or doesn't mean that I know this as the very, very best, right? There could always be some kind of twists you have to do, or some kind of addings you have to do because that works better than for you, okay? So with this, I actually want to let you go. I hope you have a great week, and I see you next time.